Hello. Today, we're going to briefly give you an introduction to another one of those accounts and programs that allow you to earn money in financial markets without needing to have any capital of your own. So let's get started and see what this exciting platform and account are all about. After you come to Sabiotrade, take your time to thoroughly do your research, carefully choose it, and then decide that is truly a suitable option for you. And now you want to start trading, right? But TradingFinder tells you to hold on for a moment. You can actually have a trading account and trade with it, all without paying any fees at all. And let me repeat that again, just to make sure it's clear. Without needing any capital, without having to deposit any of your own money, you'll be given capital to trade with. But how is this even possible? Let's find out the answer together. Just click on the website link to enter this particular page where you can clearly see their official slogan displayed. You can see exactly what it's like, but aside from the slogan, how can we actually access an account that allows us to make profits without making any deposit at all? So we're scrolling down with the mouse, but we don't see anything like that. Why did they talk about their accounts and carefully explain how they work? But they still haven't told me, come, I'll give you a free account so you can really start trading. I'm scrolling down even further just to make sure I don't miss anything important. But it seems like nothing like that is displayed on their website at first glance, at least not in any obvious way that I can see. What about this section right here? Has anything shown up for me in this particular area? Have they given any information about the account, or is it still missing? Look, I want to make things easier for everyone, so I come here and click on Start Free. When you click here, it should open the same page that I had already opened for you earlier. And well, to save time and avoid unnecessary steps, you just use this one instead of going through the whole process again. Here it has given me an option. For example, it says that I can use it again for free at no additional cost to me. But the question here is, why are these free in the first place? Can I really trade without having any capital or money in hand? The account they provide us comes with several specific conditions and requirements. What is one of those conditions? They say, just like any other platform, which is actually something quite basic and obvious if we want to give an example. For example, we say that we'll give you $500, and with this $500, you are able to trade. But be careful. There are a few key conditions here. First, with this $500, you can't lose more than how much? 4%. What does this 4% mean? It means that on the money we've given you, if your total losses exceed $20 within a single period in which you are trading, now this could be from the early hours of the morning all the way until the late hours of the night, or perhaps you incurred this particular loss during just a single individual trade. If your loss in one day ever exceeds 4%, your account will be suspended. If your total loss over time exceeds 5%, your account will also be suspended. So you really need to keep these important points in mind at all times. Now, where did we provide this information for you? On our own official website. Here, when you come to the promotion details section, you can clearly see what specific conditions and requirements we've set for you. We've explained everything in detail. Okay, have you registered yet? Once your registration is fully complete and you officially start working, this account will be credited with a total of $250 for you. Now, how can you actually trade with this $250? You have a leverage ratio of 1 to 100, so you are able to trade up to 100 times your own amount. However, you need to pay very close attention to a few important points. You absolutely must not, under any circumstances, let your loss on this $250 exceed 4%. This 4%, be sure to always keep this important percentage carefully in mind. Many people, do not follow risk management and their accounts. Whether free accounts like this or accounts they paid for end up losing them. So the maximum loss you can have in a day is 4%. And during the period when you're trading, it's only 5%. So keep this point in mind as well. Now, there's someone who says, okay, I took that same $250. I paid attention to risk and loss management, followed the rules, and moved forward. How much did I turn the $250 into? I turned it into $400. Now, can I withdraw all of this $400 that I have? Of course not. You can withdraw the full $400. But there's another point. Here, the profit we made on this account is $150. Can I withdraw $150? Let's talk about this. After all, the initial capital wasn't your own money. So let's say the 250 doesn't count. I made a profit of 150, but it wasn't from my own funds. It's divided between you and the company based on a ratio. They say 90%. Pay attention, 90% of the profit is yours. So, do you want us to calculate it for you here? There was a profit of $150, so we multiply that, and that means $135 of it belongs to you here. So, easily, you made $135 in profit here from money you didn't even have. And well, it's an attractive figure considering that you really didn't invest your own money and you're trading with the company's funds. We can really say that the amount is impressive and attractive. And of course, they just take 10% for their own expenses. Now, there's a point to mention. Is this plan available for everyone? Pay attention, is it active for everyone? Well, you might already have an account with the Sabio group. In this case, if you already had an account, completed their challenges, and are trading with them, this option is not available to you. But if you're someone who hasn't registered with this group yet, you can go through the process and complete your registration. And in any case, this way you can also receive that amount. You can also see their other plans here, and you can check how each one works, and depending on how much you want to invest and what your capabilities are. How can you manage it? Here, you can check things for yourself and move forward with the process. If you weren't eligible for this plan but still wanted to have an account with this organization, well, as always, we've also made a comparison with other active plans offered by other organizations. Is it suitable for us? We need to take a look. Well, most of the other plans we've seen in different organizations have mostly been in the form of discounts. For example, they've said that if you want to have $10,000 in capital, you can get, say, 30%, 15%, 20% various discount rates from us. But of course, you still have to pay the money, and the capital they give you comes with the condition that you receive it at a certain discount rate. But the model we observe and experience in Sabiotrade is different and interesting. And compared to other platforms, we can say that it is completely unique. So keep this point in mind as well. As always, we've thoughtfully laid out the step-by-step process for you. You can easily see how the process works. And as you can see, you can register yourself over there on the platform and take advantage of this exciting feature. Overall, I hope the explanations we provided in this program have been useful for you. Take part in this plan and enjoy its benefits. But if you have any questions, uncertainties, or issues, our expert team is here to support you. All you need to do is write us a message and send it. Our colleagues will address these matters as quickly as possible and provide you with a response. Until the next program, I leave you in God's care. May God be your protector and guardian.